Okay, I'm trimming what I hope is going to be the last piece. We'll see. I've got it too tall, I think. So I'm gonna try to mimic. Oh. And I've got puppies with me. So if you hear some talking, some husky chatter, that's what's going on out my front door of the studio. I should have trimmed this before I'm making it an oval, and I had already squeezed it before I realized I needed to trim it down. A lot of measurements have been going on with this piece, a lot more than I usually do. Okay, so basically I just wanted to trim it down. To me it was looking just too bulky with that big foot on it. I wanted it to be a little more slender. So that's probably good enough. Alright, so let's go finish this piece, and then clay's a little soft here. Put those trimmings in the wet clay, rehydrate those guys so they don't end up in the recycled bucket. Actually, while I have you here, I'll show you. See if I can do it with these guys. So I want to oval this more than I've got it. I tried doing it with my hands and it didn't like how it turned out. So you grab two boards, and I want it to be more rounded in the front. Hopefully that'll work. A little back hints in my way here. Let's do it this direction. And these are just two bats to my, I think it's beaker system that I use that I really like. All right. Just clean up any marks. And we're going to take it over my table, and I plan to decorate this. No. Oh. All right, let's go over to the table. All right, here is my setup. Castiel's in the studio with me, and Rinka is right there. She wants to get to Castiel. But 2 huskies playing in the morning, yeah, no one's ready for that. So this is our setup for right now. So you might hear some howling in the background. Okay, so this is the multiple pieces of the totem. And let me just move some of these out of my way. And then at the end of the video, I'll kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like. I've been playing with it very, very carefully. So this is the piece that I'm working on right now. So I don't want to see a rebar or PVC pipe that I'm going to put it on in the middle of this. So this was my idea. I think I still need to, I think what I'm going to do is roll some balls and make some beads for the connection. I do have a couple of little donuts, but I think they're going to be, I could maybe use, yeah, it's going to be too tight. So basically I need to decorate this piece, and what I've been kind of conscious of repeat patterns. I don't want too much of the same, but I do want some repeat to kind of connect the pieces. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, is I am going to do some repeat. Actually, let's move you a little bit more out of the way. So I do have this little thing. It's an MKM roller. So I'm going to go ahead and I did use it on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and roll in on the bottom here. Nice thing of this roller is really easy if you have to put it down to pick up the pattern. So I'm going to roll that in, and then I think what I'm going to do, this whole thing has just been so much fun to try different things. And actually, let's do this. This will be easier to go around here. It's not quite as thick as the bottom. So pushing in is going to distort it. So I've got that going all the way around. And what I need to have my sponge. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I've already made a mess of this. I keep getting stuff on my hands. Keep your hands clean. And I tore my apron. I have a claypron and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to have to get my sewing machine up and running, because I've had it for like, oh god, 15, 20 years. I don't know how long I've had it, for a long time. And the straps have been worn out. Actually gonna, so I'm trying to keep my hands clean with a towel. I actually want this to be a little flatter on the front. See if I can get that just a little flatter. All right. Actually, before I start that, I'm going to sculpt a flower, and I'm going to make it easy on myself and do it with some coils. So, stirred some coils, I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to go, so we'll see what we end up with. In my head, I kind of know what I'm doing. My head's a scary place. You know what? There's an easier way to do that. Clay's super soft, which I want, but let's do it this way. Because I bet you they're about, well, nope, they're longer than an inch. They're an inch. An inch and a half minus 2 ticks. So they just need to be roughly about the same. They're flowers. They don't have to be perfect. There is no perfect flower in nature. So we'll just roughly do this. And I will probably speed you up in the process of some of this. This video, this part 2, will be hours long. It'll be like a 6-part mini series if I kept it without speeding it up. So, all right, let's see what we can do with this. All right, so I got a bunch of these guys. Need coffee. I'm actually got a Jessica Putnam Phillips mug that I picked up at Glacier Con back in 2020, right before the pandemic shut us all down. Awesome mug. Okay, so I'm gonna make a bunch of balls. So hopefully I can get this, well, more like ovals, not quite balls. But that's okay. Okay, so now that I've got these, what I want to do, it looks like a bunch of little rabbit turds. I'm going to flatten them out. On this piece, I put these type of petals, and so that's what I'm making. And I've showed these petals before, but we'll show them again. So I kind of want like a, I guess an oval shaped petal, like that. And then what I do is I take this end and I pinch it. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these little guys. So we'll speed that up too. So I'm going to be doing this, actually, I wonder which, well, I guess it won't matter when which is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and score a pretty good section here. And then, let's see, let me get my Sumi brush here. Grab some slip, and I'm just going to coat this whole area with slip. I'll probably score that slip in too. And then I'm just going to score the back of these, just that part of it, just the little, I gotta find my center. And I'm just going to start laying them down. I'm going to leave a place in the middle for like the middle of the flower. So I just need to figure if we might get it more in the middle if I do it this way. So kind of start out like that, and then I'm just going to fill it in. Actually, I want them kind of tight. I don't want to have to. That just kind of gave me a starting point. Let's actually bring this guy over here. Slip is already drying. All right, so I'm just going to kind of push them down. Don't want them popping up on me. Actually, that makes a really kind of cool detail. Maybe I'll push them down even more. That one's kind of not pinched anymore. Let's see. And then what I do on these guys, when I do them, I come in and push with this tool and kind of drag it out. Just gives it a little bit, well, it seats them for one thing. And kind of gives them a little bit more detail. Probably can't pick that up on camera, but that's where I'm at so far. And then I'm going to fill in the middle, a little bit more slip. I'm going to put a whole bunch of little balls. This one's just a little bit too big. It's still too big. I'm just going to come in with my pen that has no ink and just kind of push these guys down. So there. And it looks kind of cool. I will come in here and clean up the leftover slip that's peeking through and any marks that I can see. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Because this totem is it's 3D, so it's going to, you're going to be able to see it from all sides. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but I'm going to have to do it carefully. Okay, so I'm going to attempt just to make some balls. I need two basically beads to go on top of this and that, I think. I have made a few extra parts because by the time we fire this thing twice, and I don't know what the final, we won't know until we start putting it together. If I need to maybe make some other pieces. So basically using this pizzle tool that you've seen me use a lot on, I figured this would be the easiest way to get the hole big enough without having to do a coil to join, because I didn't want to do that. And I actually still, you know what, I still might get on the wheel and just throw, you know what, that's what I'll do, is I'll get on the wheel and throw these guys. So I probably won't show that because it's just throwing some collars, some little tiny bead collars. But at least that way I'll get them all symmetrical. And that's what I want. So I'll probably throw a bunch of those just in case. But I can kind of give you an idea of what this is going to look like. So let me go ahead, and this is where I'm talking the beads. You know what? I am going to stand you up so you're not looking down. Okay, so this is the middle piece. If you'll remember my drawing, that's the middle piece. And if you look at this, it's a loose interpretation of a woman. I kind of like that. So this piece that I just did is going to go inside here. So it picks up some of the flowers that I've already done on this, and this is where I need a couple of beads just so that it's not loose. I don't want it loose. I don't want to see the hardware of how this is put in. But let me pan out so you can see all the pieces, and then I will loosely put them together so you can see it. Hold please. Okay, so you saw those three pieces, and I do have these pieces that are gonna go, this one's actually gonna go in here. Nope, it's gonna go in this one. And then this one's gonna go on top of it. And I think I have the way this one's gonna go is this guy goes on here. And I've got an extra collar. This is actually my topper. It turned out super, super cool. But you see how like I repeated patterns. So this one is a repeat of that pattern. And we're gonna get out of the frame. So it'll go on top like that. That's the idea. So we'll see. We'll see when we get done. And I do have, if I need, I could throw in an extra collar. But I think this one's actually gonna probably end up, I've already decided, since I've had so much fun with this, that I'm gonna do an art installation. So I'm gonna do 3 totems. We're gonna have the main one, which is this one, and then I plan to do 2 smaller ones on each side, kind of like a trio of ladies. We'll see how it turns out. But I've had a blast doing this. I really hope, I know a lot of you have commented that you're gonna give it a go. We need some sort of hashtag so that I can see what you guys are making. You can share them with me over on Facebook Messenger, but it seems like Instagram Messenger is the easiest. Or tag me over on Instagram when you put up your pieces, because I really do want to see them. It's just been too fun of a project to do something like this. And update on the hubby, he's doing better. He saw the wound specialist and the infectious disease guy, and things look good yesterday. They did not look good on Monday, but they look, and Monday, thank goodness for my daughter-in-law, who's the RN, she changed how the doctor wanted it dressed. She made the decision that wasn't working, it was getting worse, and so she changed it. And lo and behold, within 4 days, it's getting better. So thank goodness, kudos to Nicole. That is one brilliant woman. Anyway, so that's happening, and baby Riker is thriving, already putting on weight and doing really well. And Cass is doing well. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So still not making any plans. It's just day to day. So I hope you enjoyed this, and seriously, I hope you're making your own, because this has been a super fun project. And I'm looking forward to doing another. So everything's gonna go under plastic, and some pieces, you know, that didn't need plastic, they're already dry and ready to fire. But these ones that I've added clay to are gonna definitely probably take another, just noticed a little goober. I tell you, you just can't stop fiddling. Probably another week to dry, especially this big piece here. This one's almost dry. It's definitely close to bone dry, but not like bone dry. I don't know what the term is. Okay, I will let you go, and hopefully you can get into the studio, get muddy, and show me what you're making. It just thrills me to see that I'm inspiring you guys to try different things, and that's what it's all about, building this pottery community. Anyway, have a great one. I am gonna go cuddle my grandson this morning, so we will see you later. Bye.